Okay, we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to our channel. Real life happens, and guess what? Real life happened to us again. We couldn't get the computer to work, and I don't know if it's going to work enough for us to show our slides or not, but we are going to give it an honest to goodness try. Oh, what a day, what a day, what a day. There we go. Okay, I'm going to put the slides on. There we go. I'm trying to let it, for some reason, it's not letting me do comments. Oh, okay. Comments. There we go. Oh. My mouse, external mouse is not wanting to work properly. My internal mouse, I'm having trouble getting it to work. Yes. I'm just having all kinds of issues. There we go. Now, go over here and do paste. No. Stop. Oh. There we go. No, that's not what I want. I want right here. Post a comment. And then I want to do paste. There we go. All right. Finally, there's our link. Miss Norma's been sick and had to take her grandkids to the dentist today and then to dance. And so I'm not sure if she's going to be joining us. I'm just going to go ahead and try to get through this. My grandbaby was asleep, woke up. And so now she's joining me. So here we go. Disclaimers: when women support each other, incredible things happen. Don't you dare mess up the computer, ma'am. Episode 2, part 2, hard to kill houseplants. And we're talking about indoor potted plants. And I have found so many of them that we're actually going to have a part 3 and a part 4 to get them all in. So tonight we start out with the Victorian Parlor Palm. Very pretty in the palm family. Victorian Parlor Palm. This is one of the easiest plants to grow indoors and is virtually maintenance free. There you go. You want in the chair? Get in the chair. Thrives in medium to bright indirect light and can tolerate low indirect light. Water every 1 to 2 weeks, allowing the topsoil. If you're going to sit with me, you've got to behave. Do you want this? Here. Sit down and play with my phone. Okay. Where was I? Water every 1 to 2 weeks, allowing for the top layer of soil to completely dry out before watering. Prefers normal to high humidity. These plants are adaptive to different environments and are hardy and tough. So this is a good choice if you might forget about watering it. Next up is Golden Child English Ivy. We've talked about ivy before. It is in the ivy family. This one does have more of a yellowish gold tint to the leaf pattern. A beautiful gold variegated ivy is an evergreen climber. This plant loves full sun to part shade to full shade. This plant is not fussy about soils and tolerates a wide range of conditions. Some drought tolerance, but produces the best foliage in evenly moist soils, and you water it every 5 to 7 days. All right, resurrection plant. Now, this is an interesting plant. This is one that you will find rolling around on the desert as a tumbleweed. When this plant doesn't get enough water, it actually balls itself up and blows around until it finds a water source. The resurrection plant. Looking for a house plant that is out of the ordinary as well as easy to grow, this plant is for you. This plant can go several years without water by drying up and going dormant. This plant may appear dead, provide water, and within a couple of hours, it will begin to revive and turn green. Within a day or so, it will be fully unfurled and resurrected into a green fern-like plant. The dormant plants curl up into a ball and travel the desert as tumbleweeds until they find water. I just think that is the most interesting plant. Let's go back and take another look at it. It's very unusual in the way that it looks. And I've never known a plant that can actually go years without water and stay alive. So that is just very interesting to me. The next one is the Victoria's bird nest fern. And this one is kind of strange looking in itself. It has different looking fronds. It doesn't really look like a fern to me. A native of tropical Asia and has apple green fronds. As the fern matures, a blackish color will appear on the midrib area. I think they're talking about on the frond itself. This plant is showy and dramatic. Water every 1 to 2 weeks, allowing soil to dry out halfway down between waterings. Do not in the center of the fern, water around the edges of the pot. Prefers filtered sunlight to moderate shade. An east or north facing window is best. Next, we have an olive tree. But this is a tiny little dwarf little looking olive tree. Keep an indoor olive tree in bright or direct sunlight. Grow in room temperatures between 65 to 80 degrees. Water this plant when the soil is dry to the touch and allow excess water to drain from the pot. The mature size is 5 to 30 feet tall or high. So right now, it's just a little potted plant, but it can grow very tall. Interesting. All right, the next one is the Staghorn Fern. And it's another one that doesn't look much like a fern to me. The fronds on it resemble antlers. Staghorn Fern, this plant has elongated, forked fronds that resemble antlers. This fern grows round, plate-like leaves that will dry to form a protective layer around the roots. These staghorn ferns are commonly mounted. They thrive in small spaces. Staghorn ferns require bright, indirect light with good drainage. Allow the soil to dry out in between watering. You can mist the fronds in between waterings. Okay. Austrial gem fern. Another one that doesn't look that much like a fern, but it is. This beautiful plant has dark green foliage. Unique to most ferns, it has stiff, shiny leaves with a waxy texture. A moderately slow grower, the Austrial fern, gem fern, is drought tolerant, which means it can dry out in between waterings. Prefers even moist soil and indirect light. So a lot of these, the reason why they're good and hard to kill is because they can go, if you miss watering them, or if you go on vacation, you forget to have somebody water them or something like that, they can survive. This one has cute little coin-shaped leaves. The Pila Pepperomones have coin-shaped leaves. I'm sure I did not pronounce that correctly. This plant likes bright, indirect light to doppel sun. Allow soil to dry out completely between watering. Pila like normal to higher humidity. Next one, lemon cypress topiary. This one looks like a mini Christmas tree to me. Keep the lemon cypress indoors with bright or direct sunlight at room temperature between 65 and 80 degrees. Keep the lemon cypress soil evenly moist by watering thoroughly. Allow excess water to drain before returning to the outer pot. That's typical for a lot of plants. You're going to actually have it either with a catch tray like underneath of the pot, or you're going to have a pot inside of a pot that doesn't have a drainage hole. And what you do is you take it over to your sink and you put the water in, you let all the excess water drain all the way through the pot and out the bottom drainage holes. And then when it stopped draining, then you go put it back into the pot or back onto the saucer that you keep underneath of it. If you let it sit on the saucer with the standing water, you will end up getting root rot, and that'll kill them. Philodendron Moonlight. This is a cute little plant too. This beautiful plant has nearly neon green leaves. The leaves will darken slightly as this plant matures. The perfect environment for this plant is medium light and weekly waterings. Allow the soil to dry out about 1 inch before watering. This wonderful plant tolerates, any humidity level. These plants may produce flowers once they are mature. So it's a pretty little plant and it will maybe flower for you. Then we have the Burgundy Ripple Pepperoma. And I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's like the veins in these leaves are like almost a burgundy shade. This plant is slow growing and compact. Burgundy Ripple has heart-shaped leaves with a very distinct ripple. Likes bright indirect light and will thrive in low light situations as well. Just make sure to keep it away from direct sunlight because it will get sunburned. Water when soil is dry. This plant likes medium to high humidity. Olive holly. And this does look like almost like Christmas holly does to me. Bless you, baby girl. Now see, you're being so good sitting there playing with Granny's phone. Yes. You're being good. Oops, you want to come back? You want to come to Granny? Huh? No? You're good? Okay. All right. This plant is a bushy evergreen shrub that has white jasmine-scented spring flowers. This is a slow-growing, compact plant. Keep the soil moist until the plant is well established, and then it will be drought tolerant. These plants like sun and do best on a sun porch or sunny bay window. So it's a flowering holly. Okay, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce this one. I'm going to call it what most people call it, the ZZ plant. And why it's a ZZ plant? I guess just because the two names of it start with Z's. The ZZ plant has waxy, glossy, deep green leaves. This plant grows best in sunny spots. However, it will tolerate low light. ZZ plants are low maintenance plants, infrequent watering 2 to 3 weeks, and allow soil to dry out between watering. The leaves will wrinkle and appear limp when it needs to be watered, just like a peace lily does. You can always tell with the peace lily because it just really wilts bad and your leaves will just be laying down. And then you know, oh, time to water. Excessive watering can cause yellow leaves and root rot. And there again, if you get yellow leaves, you're either watering it too much or not enough. My theory is you cut back first, remove your dead or yellow leaves off the plant, cut back on your watering and see what happens. If you're still getting the yellow leaves, then possibly it wasn't getting enough water, or you need to move it because it wasn't getting the right amount of sun. Okay, I believe that is our last plant. Whoops. Just ends like that? Possibly does. Okay. Well, what we're going to do, we're going to take that down. And we're going to go over here. And I'm going to try to pull in the video that I made and see if it has any more on the video. I did see several spelling and punctuation mistakes in there. I have had my grandbaby all week because my daughter's been sick, and I have been trying to get my work done for these presentations as well as care for my grandbaby. And so, yes, I do see some mistakes, and I do apologize. Okay. Give me just a second to pull this one in. That computer trouble at the beginning was just making me go bonkers. I don't know what it was. It was like my computer just decided it wasn't going to turn on. Basically, it just wouldn't come on. And I had just been on it earlier today. And so I couldn't figure out why, it wasn't doing anything. But okay, I'm going to try to play this video. Okay. So I finished it on the video. I just didn't finish the presentation. Okay. We're going to chalk that one up to granny brain fog because of having the baby all week. So, and all weekend. And usually on the weekend is when I do my work. So it got kind of messed up, and I do apologize for that. Let's go ahead and play this video. All right, and I just want to play the, be careful now, the reminder for the women's health topics on Thursday night. Okay, so this week I also started doing the trivia again, but I'm not doing it the same way. I'm not going to do it on the live. I'm not going to try to get people to participate and play the game. What I'm doing is I'm going to make a video with 10 trivia questions and the 10 answers. And it will be in episodes, just like our other stuff is now being in episodes. And so episode 1, part 1 is already uploaded. So you can catch that if you'd like. I did do a YouTube short video to send out to, let people know that we're doing the trivia. And so now when you come to our channel, you'll be able to watch about plants, about women's health issues, about pets, cooking and baking for fun, crafts, and trivia. So I think that's going to be the easiest way, is to just have do the videos and have them online available for you to watch at your convenience. And we'll do our lives, periodically. I'm still going to be doing my lives on Tuesdays and Thursdays, trying to build up an audience, trying to get people to tune in. But if that doesn't work out, then I may just be, presenting the information in the form of the videos, and have that online. So please come back to Real Life Happens and join us, and let us help support you in this overwhelming life all of us women face. Next week's, or Thursday nights, women's health discussions is going to be on hypothyroidism and Hashimoto's. I can't say it right. Hashimotos. Thyroiditis. Hashimoto's thyroiditis. It's also going to be on the thyroid nodules and thyroid cancer. The month of September is Thyroid Cancer Awareness Month. So that was another reason why I was doing these thyroid health discussion talks. Then the next topic we're going to be going into, episode 3, we'll start the series on stress. We will have the beginning episode part 1, or episode 3 part one, stress. We'll talk about all the things that, what stress does to your body. Why is stress good for your body? When is stress bad for your body? And all of that. And then we'll probably have a part two where we will talk about how we try to alleviate some of that stress in our lives. And then I'm probably going to go into perimenopause and menopause, or I may go into anxiety and depression. Both of those kind of go along with the stress. I think the stress, anxiety, and depression, that may be episode 3 with the different parts of it. And then we'll go episode 4, start that on perimenopause and menopause. But I also want to do about women's heart disease and heart attacks. I want to cover colon cancer. There's just several different women's health issues. I really want to talk about diabetes. I do have that myself, type 2 diabetes. It's a killer. A lot of people walking around don't even know they have it. So I will do a series on diabetes. You hear my grandbaby trying to repeat what I'm saying? She's just learning how to talk. She says we for like when we go fast or do something like that, fun. She says we. She'll say bye. She says hey and hi. She says at for cat. She has a cat at her house. She does say doggy. I have a dog. Her favorite words lately, though, are uh-oh and no. She doesn't say no, but she shakes her head no when you tell her no. Yes. And what else do you know? She knows what a lot of words mean. She just doesn't, can't say them yet. What, do you want me to get you? Ready? Come on. Okay. She's only 13 months old, so she's doing very well for 13 months old. But she loves remote controls and phones and the computers. There's the remote. You got them both. And she thinks she's pretty slick, pretty smart to be having these. Yes, she does. And I know a lot of people say don't put your kids or your grandkids on your videos or on your lives because it is the internet. But ours is a channel about women, and women have children and grandchildren. And part of the real life happens is the fact that we do double duty as women. Sometimes, we're mothers, and sometimes we're grandmothers, and sometimes we're sisters or aunts. And we just really have to do what we have to do to raise the children of the family. And so we have our grandchildren. Miss Norma has 2 living with her, a girl and a boy, 11-year-old girl and 12-year-old boy. And I have Miss Anais Marie here, 13 months. She doesn't live with me, but I am her full-time caregiver. Monday through Friday while my daughter teaches elementary school. And then, of course, whenever I need to fill in. And on some weekends, I just would like to just stay the weekend. So I had just got done telling my daughter that last year my daughter worked out of town. And so I kept her a lot more at night so that my daughter could, if she had to work late and, she had a busy day, was tired, or she had to get up really early the next day or whatever, I would just let the baby spend the night. And so this year, we're not doing that. This year, I get up and I go and get the baby and bring her to my house. And then in the afternoon, we go and meet back up with Mama. And then Mama gets her for the evenings. So it's working out great for them. But I've been kind of missing her. I have her in the daytime, but between eating and naps and playtime, there's not that much time left for Granny to cuddle her. So I've been, had just got done telling my daughter, she can spend the night sometime if you want her to. So my daughter and her husband can have a night alone or whatever like that. And then my daughter gets sick. And my daughter said, well, you said you wanted her to spend the night. But I really don't want her getting sick. Knock on wood, this baby has not been to a pediatrician except for her monthly or, like every 3-month checkup and her vaccinations. She's not even had a cold or a stomach virus or anything like that. She's been very, very healthy. And we'd like to keep it that way. And we don't need mommy bringing us her germs. And I kind of think it might be bronchitis. She says it's a cold. But this is cold and flu season already starting, and our weather has changed a little bit here in Georgia, a little cooler now. So could be. Oops. So little lady, you're an hour past your bedtime. She was already asleep. And then mama called and my phone ringer was so loud, it kind of woke her up. And so I said, well, that's all right. She just come on my live with me. I was a little frustrated about it. And then I couldn't get the computer to work. So when I finally got the computer to work and she finally was happy playing with my phone, then I had to text my daughter and let her know I got the computer working and the baby's fine. She's not unhappy anymore. I gave her my phone, the remote. Do you see yourself on the camera? Do you see yourself right there on the camera? Yes. Can you show him a big, pretty smile? Take that passy out. Nasty passy. We're going to get rid of that passy very soon. Look right here. Say hi. You show him how to do hi? Hi. Yeah, you're going to wave with the remote? Okay. Oh, we're working on blowing a kiss. Can we blow him a kiss? Mwah. Let me hold this and you blow a kiss. Blow a kiss with that hand. Mwah. She's like, nope, I want to hold the remote and the phone. So my hands are tied up. I can't do that. But she knows high five. She knows how to wave. She knows how to clap her hands. And we're working on the blow a kiss. She doesn't quite learn, Oh, okay. There you go. Say hi, everybody. Hi. I'm a pretty girl. Oh, Granny loves you. Even when I get frustrated with you, I still love you. All right, let's not eat the remote. It's clean, though. Granny cleans it because you put it in your mouth. But still, can't possibly taste good. Does it taste good? All right, y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Enjoy the video. I'm sorry my presentation kind of messed up a little bit. I will play Thursday's presentation a couple times and try to correct my mistakes and make sure it's complete before Thursday. Y'all pray for this old granny. Please pray for Miss Norma. Tomorrow she's getting the injections in her back for her terrible back pain. You giving me loves? Oh, yes, give me love. Granny loves it when you give her love. But pray for Miss Norma. Pray for my daughter. Pray for everybody who's sick and not feeling good. Yes. Oh, no. She doesn't like Granny to have glasses on. And we just dropped the phone, too. Oh, there's the phone. Okay. So now Granny can't see what she's doing. Okay. But anyway, please join us again. The channel is Real Life Happens, and it really does happen to us all the time. We always are having issues and problems. But sometimes when you're having a bad day, all it takes is a couple laughs and turn the whole thing around. So if you can, tell a friend, share the videos, and please come back. Check us out. Woo. All right. I got to go get this youngin' to bed. See y'all later. Bye-bye. Let's tell him bye-bye. Bye-bye. You say bye-bye? No, she's not saying bye-bye either.